Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming to check out my video. If you like it, feel free to press the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with a few friends. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about a topic that's very interesting. It's kind of controversial in some ways because a lot of people have a lot of different views about it. So I'm going to give my view on this, and what this topic is, it's the relationship between the guru or the spiritual teacher and the disciple, the student, the spiritual seeker, and their relationship in terms of physical proximity or time time proximity, meaning do they come in contact at the same time, or are they of different ages? And of physical proximity, meaning the importance of the disciple or the spiritual seeker being in proximity to the teacher. So what is the meaning of this? So first off, I'm gonna talk about the physical proximity of the disciple and the guru, or the spiritual seeker and the spiritual preceptor. So in regards to physical proximity, it's very common that one will hear things like, you must be in the association of the saintly person, or you must be in the association of the guru to advance in pure bhakti. You have to be there physically with them to attain the proper revelations, to attain the proper understanding of bhakti. And so there's a lot of things that revolve around that viewpoint. And at different points in time, different acharyas, different spiritual teachers have certainly stressed the physical association of the saintly person. And there's pros and there's negatives to it. So I'm going to talk about that. So, the pros are that it states in the scripture, it states many realized devotees have said things like, a moment's association with a great sadhu can change the course of one's life forever. And absolutely that's true. Of course that's true. So the meaning of that is that when one comes in contact with the spiritual conduit, the person who has actual Shakti in their heart, who has Krishna in their heart, or really just any advancement superior to our own, any of the stages of bhakti higher than ours, especially stages Nishta, Ruchi, Sakti, Bhav, and Prem. Anyone in those stages of bhakti, very valuable to have their physical association. But why is it valuable? Because coming in contact with them, one sees the practice. It's not just a practice anymore. They see the example in this person that they're actually tasting Bhagavat Ras. They're tasting Prem Ras. They're tasting the holy name of Krishna. They're tasting his Leela. They're tasting his form. Everything they do is seva. They're just so absorbed in bhakti that it cannot but inspire the sadhaka. They even if they're not a pure devotee per se, someone that's at the stage of prem or bhav, still their example is so wonderful that it will certainly some skaras will come into our heart. We'll get impressions from them. We'll see we'll see, wow, this is such a wonderful thing. I also want that. I can see that now this practice, it's leading somewhere. They've clearly got something, and I want to get that too. And so by seeing it with my own eyes, because I am a material person, when I see something directly, it becomes more solidified in my heart, and I can strive for it more eagerly instead of just book knowledge. So there's the book Bhagavat and there's the person Bhagavat. So both are important. So by this physical proximity, and it's also described in the scriptures. Srila Prabhupada, I believe in Krishna book, he says that when one comes in contact with the pure devotee, they get the chance to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, face to face. So that's a pretty amazing statement in itself, and it's true. It's absolutely true. So, and one can take, one can have the good chance of, like I said, they see their example, they can get some instructions, like easily from that person when there's physical proximity. They can, there's so many benefits, really. But then on the flip side, we have to see that, okay, yeah, that all those things are good, and they're very important. But the flip side is, in time, in history, we have seen that many people have attained the association of saintly personalities, really of the highest caliber, and maybe they had even extended periods of physical proximity with them, but still they seem to have not excelled in the path of bhakti. They seem to have gone wayward. They seem to have lost faith even, maybe left the path of bhakti altogether. Maybe it was because that physical proximity was broken, but not even in every case, because sometimes that spiritual preceptor was still there on the planet, and their followers or their disciples, they went away on their own accord. So we can see that obviously physical proximity isn't the all in all. And what are the downsides of it's not really a downside of physical proximity, but when one has that so much and they're thinking in their mind, yes, I have the physical proximity of my guru, of this sadhu, now I will surely advance in bhakti, and just because of that, I will advance in bhakti. And perhaps unknowing to them, maybe it's another layer of ego in their heart, thinking, I am so wonderful, I am so great. Look, I'm doing the highest thing. I'm in the association of the Bhagavat Bhakta. I'm in the association of the Uttam Bhakta, or whatever it may be, the advanced sadhu. And now, because of that, I am so great. And maybe they're not thinking that, as overtly as I just expressed, but maybe it's a subtle covering, and that can be an anartha implanted on their heart, unfortunately. So, and it may even go unnoticed for many years, maybe a very long time, actually. So, because sometimes the creepers of anarthas, they go right alongside the creeper of bhakti, and one can water those anarthas without even knowing it, just unknowingly. So, but anyway, the main point, that's one point to consider. Then the other point is that when one has so much physical proximity like that, they might exploit the sadhu. And what do I mean by exploiting the sadhu? I mean, this means that they are, like I just said, they have the mentality that I am saved. I am with the sadhu, I'm saved. I will surely attain high ras. Very soon I will attain prem. because I have this association. And it may be true, but it may also not be true. And the reason why it's a true thing, but it's not the full truth. That's what I'm trying to say here. Is because, as I already explained, many people had physical proximity. They didn't attain Prem Ras. They didn't attain Prem. So there's something missing. And what is that that's missing? That is the inner hankering of the seeker. The seeker, on their day-to-day level life, they will be so much. Every day it will be like there's a fire in front of them, a sacrificial fire, and they will say, that is the fire of bhakti. I will throw myself into it to attain whatever it takes. I will give myself to that, and I will burn up everything of my karma and my anarthas. Whatever it takes, I will go for bhakti. And there's so many, it's a moment-to-moment thing, but there's so many things that revolve around that, like hearing, chanting, cultivating deep inner relationships. See, the thing is, there's the external thing, and then there's the internal thing. And so externally, we may be associating with the sadhu, we may be hearing from the sadhu, but internally, we may be exploiting them. And exploiting means I am so happy, I am in the association of the sadhu, I'm saved, like I just explained. So you're using the sadhu as like sort of a crutch. And at least some people might be. And the guru, in one sense, it is a crutch, meaning the crutch is the support of the devotee. The devotee has nothing without the guru or the sadhu or the Vaishnavas. So they are a crutch in that way, but in the other sense, we have to become strong also in our heart. This is very pleasing to the guru. We shouldn't be some feeble person that gets thrown off into the, they let their anarthas carry them away once they are away from the physical proximity of the sadhu, because it should be cultivated to have such a strong relationship with the guru that it doesn't matter if the guru is there physically or not. And that is the real thing. That's what I'm really trying to express in this video, because see, the thing is that we can't depend on physical assurances. We can't depend on anything that's outside of our own self. And that doesn't mean that we're going towards an ascending process of bhakti, but it means that there's more to the association of the disciple and the guru in the heart. And, many acharyas have expressed things like this before. They have expressed that my guru, like, okay, for instance, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he associated with his guru. It's known that he associated with him maybe 10 or 11 times in so many years. But they asked him, weren't you so much like, when you came across the ocean on that freighter, weren't you so much like afraid or something? And he was thinking, no, I always had the association of my Guru Maharaj in my heart. I never for one moment didn't have his association. He was doing this. He was making me do this, and I succeeded because of him. So this is the type of mood that we should really try to cultivate. And similarly, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Prabhupada, his two gurus, Srila Gorkishore Das Babaji Maharaj and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they both passed away from this mortal realm very basically at the same time. I believe it was within 2 months of each other or something like that. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was very young at that time, actually. I believe he was either mid-20s or 30 or something like that, just very young. But so he was feeling very sad, like, I don't have the association of my gurus. Now what will I do in my life? I don't have, the whole world is void. I don't have the association of the Vaishnavas. And then one day, he had a vision. And in this vision, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, all the Goswamis, all Sri Chaitanya and the Pancha-tattva, and Gorkishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and all so many great personalities, including Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who is God himself. They all came to him in this vision. They said, Saraswati Thakur, don't lament, please. We are with you. Now you have to take our message and you spread it around the world. You spread this thing and enliven the whole world in Harinam and Bhagavat Ras. So they were telling him this, and because he was so much lamenting, how will I push forward this movement? How will I give the teachings of Bhaktivinoda Thakur to the world? How will I express Nam Bhajan to everyone? I have nothing now. So they were telling him, please be peaceful. You do this thing. We are with you eternally in your heart. Don't worry. So he was pacified, and he went from there out into the world and began greatest mission on the whole world, spreading Harinam Sankirtan. So he was very successful in doing that. So that's another thing to consider. And Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami, who was very famous, he was Srila Prabhupada's godbrother, very, very well liked and very well respected Vaishnav. He also remarked years later, the devotees asked him, weren't you sad when your Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he left the planet, weren't you sad? And he was thinking, and he said to them, I was sad. For many years I was very sad. But then years later I realized that actually this was all sense enjoyment. I was only sad because of my own self was just feeling like our Guru, he was so nice, he would speak nice things to us, he would give us praise, he would encourage us, he would do so many things like that. And I was feeling so elated, and all the disciples were so happy to be in his association. But now I'm seeing that it was pure sense enjoyment. So he said it like that. He was saying that it was sense enjoyment, and that actually the true disciple, they will always see their Guru in their heart. So he was thinking like that. He said that to them, and he said that I know now that my Guru is always with me, and whether he's here physically or not, if I always follow his teachings and the teachings of the Guru Sampradaya, then how will I be without the association of my Guru? It's not possible. So he wasn't sad anymore, apparently. And so that's the idea, is that the physical outward manifestation of the Guru is like the empowered representative of the indwelling Chaita Guru. And that Guru can never leave you. That Guru is always there. And both are important, the Chaita Guru and the external Guru. So both are very important. And of course, this is a whole nother thing. Guru-tattva is a whole nother topic, but it's a very vast topic. But so we're sticking to this point of physical proximity with the Guru. And it's not that, that we want to say, oh, you don't need a physical proximity with the Guru, it's not important. That's not what I'm trying to say in this video. I'm trying to say that it's not the all in all. And one can actually cultivate a mind of exploitation if they think it's the all in all. Because maybe an unfavorable circumstance will come. Maybe their Guru will leave their body, which is inevitable, because that is the material world, and surely the Guru cannot stay within the mortal eyes vision. So inevitably it will come. Then what will happen to us? Will we be wayward souls, not knowing what to do? The disciples who took their Guru's association through the ear, through the eyes, through the heart, especially through the heart, through the ear, Shravan, coming to the heart and realization. The disciples who do that, then they will be very strong forever. They will be always having their guru's association, and similarly, they will be having the association of all the gurus of time begone, like the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and so many. So we can get the association of all these Vaishnavas by hearing about their teachings, by hearing their life stories. We can very, very much cultivate sincere relationships with them, and we can actually get imparted direct instructions from them if we're very fortunate. It's, we might not have faith in these things, but certainly these things are possible, as we've seen in the lives of many great souls in the past. So the fact is that we should, and even in today's modern age, we can get association with the Guru, with the Sadhu, through so many ways. Books are easily available, audiobooks, videos on YouTube, whatever it may be, Facebook live streams. There's so many mediums of how one can actually get the association of an advanced devotee. It's very easy these days. So, that being said, we shouldn't take it for granted that it's so easy, it's cheap. No, we should, every time, we should always offer our reverence and so much in our heart think, I am hearing Bhagavan is speaking through this person and I am catching it in my heart, and that will make me very strong. So, of course, that's, these are some things to consider. So, we want to always be developing this relationship with the Guru in our heart, meaning, it's also Krishna, but also we should see that all of the Guru Sampradaya is residing in our heart, guiding us. And if we're a true follower, then we will surely feel that way. We will feel that, yes, I have the association of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Anytime I want, if I read his book, I have the association of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. If I so much want to communicate with him, then if I am sincere, I can get that thing. I can become fortunate and get that association. So there is physical proximity, but we shouldn't use it as a banner to fly in other people's faces of, oh, we're awesome, you'll never attain Ras, you'll never attain Prem because you aren't in the association of the high Vaishnav or something like that. It's not a very nice thing to say. And it might be nice, you might have the chance to get that, but what if someone doesn't have that chance? They might not have that chance to physically go and live in an ashram or go live in wherever it may be where they can associate with their guru 24/7. It may not be possible for everyone. So we shouldn't think that they're lesser because of that. That would be a grave aparad, a grave misunderstanding. And so we should see that anyone can attain Prem, they can attain high levels of bhakti. If they're sincere, they can get the association. No, there's no lack of that in this world. The modern world has made that very easy. And my own guru, Swami Tripurari, he also says the guru is like a fire. So it's good to stay close to the fire, that's good. You can stay warm and be healthy. But if you get too close, you can get burned. And what does that mean? It means familiarity breeds contempt. It can breed contempt. So it means that you can become familiarized, you can start considering the guru an ordinary person. And there's pitfalls to it. There's pitfalls to physical proximity of the guru, but But anyway, so there should be a balance, and ultimately we should be striving for that in the internal way also. That should go on uninterruptedly. And then actually that devotee is very well situated if they find steadiness in their heart, even though they may be without so much Vaishnav association externally, then that's a very wonderful thing. And we can see that those people, they're certainly very qualified people. So, and it's not that they never want the association of higher sadhus. That's nonsense. Of course they do. But it may not, that chance may not always be there for everyone. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Those are just my viewpoints on this whole topic. And there's so much more that could be said, but let's leave it at that. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave it down below. And hope you have a blessed day. Hare Krishna.